right, it's day 364. Second to last day. Today was a good day. I made a pretty good amount of progress. I'm like 80% of the way done. 80% of the way done with like a functional software. So that's a good thing. But like, obviously I'm gonna polish the shit out of it. So I'm really like 30 to 40% done. But it's like I'm not gunning to launch right away because I need to seed this business with profit that I make from the influencer business. So I kind of have to wait a little bit until next month, until our sales start racking up. And then I can invest all that money into the growth for the software. So it's fine because there's always more work you can do. You know, there's always more stuff. There's always more features. There's always more polishing that I can add to the software. It's not that I'm like bullshitting and like I'm just putting off the launch date. It's like I would launch fucking in 2 days if I could, but I just can't. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, not bad. I mean, we're wrapping up April. I think we did $6,000 this month, which is like fucked. But if you think about it, we did like 2,000 in March, so 6,000 in April. And if we continue our 3x growth, we might do 20,000 next month. But no, in all seriousness, we should get somewhere close to that number. Everything's just gonna be very much dialed in. So I don't want to bore you and I don't want to repeat myself over and over again about what I'm going to be doing, but yeah, it'll be a good system. Getting leads right now, it's actually really slow, but you got to think I'm casting a big net, scraping 500,000 videos, so it's going to be slow, but it's working. And in a couple, probably like a week or 2 weeks, I'll have gone through all the videos and I should have north of 1 million leads. So definitely like 6 months, 4 to 6 months worth of sending. And I mean, yeah, I'm in a good spot. Honestly, I wish there were levers that were bigger to move in this business, because it's like the only thing I can do for increased growth. Fucking hell. For increased growth is to add more volume, and that's not always sustainable, especially with cold email, because it just requires more domains, more inboxes, better messaging, you know, more fucking moderation, higher risk of getting banned, higher risk of getting flagged. So it's not like I can just like say, oh, let me just 5x, I have the leads, like I'll just 5x the volume. It's like, it's not that simple. I wish it was, but so yeah, I wish I had a better tool of growth, but I mean, it works, you know, so we'll see. Like originally I was thinking I was gonna 5x the volume next month, and I mean, we're gonna at least 3x it. But I mean, for some reason too, our last 2 campaigns for the one-on-one outreach have done horrible. So I don't know what the fuck that's about. It could be spam folder, it could be bad leads, but back to back, it kind of makes you think like, what the fuck is going on? I really do think we have some spam placement, which is normal and to be expected, and we do have more inboxes, so that shouldn't be an issue in the short term. But it's just like, damn. But yeah, either way, I'm fully fucking locked in. I tried to do my plan today. I was like, I'm gonna try and get 7 days of progress done in 1 day. And that sounds kind of stupid, but I don't mean 7 days of work. I mean 7 days of progress. Like, what was I thinking that would take me a week to do in terms of progress on my software? And I was like, if I could build this feature and be done with that by next week, that's a good position. So it's like, I just tried to get that done today, and I was like, honestly, I'm probably like 50% done with some strings attached. But So it's definitely a good use of time. I'm gonna try the same thing tomorrow and see what I can get done. But I came into it without a plan, and that was a big mistake because I spent the better half of my day trying to figure out how to tackle the problem versus just executing on the problem. So planning is essential, especially for like calculated execution and relentless execution. I can't just like, cause then I'm just like smashing my fucking head against the computer trying to brute force like a coding problem, and it just doesn't work, you know? It's like you need planning. So I'm gonna fucking hit the drawing board, draft up a plan, and reintegrate my strategy. 7 days of progress in one day, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, I've been very dialed. Externally, like I'm not doing like very great, but internally I'm fucking rock solid, and it's all because all of your failures build the internal. Like external success doesn't build anything internal. You know what I mean? Like failures build everything. And I'm not saying my whole fucking journey has been a failure, but I have had a run-in with failures, and it sucks in the moment, but you realize that shit builds everything internally. So it's like, and the internal is all we really want, you know? The external shit comes and goes, but the internal is here to stay. So you gotta be blessed with failure, you know, to grow. So I don't know. I think that's why I'm so. Uh, it's tough to say because I didn't fail, but I mean, I'm definitely not where I want to be. But at the same time, I did not make things happen. Like I did make things happen, and I just didn't make them happen to the extent that I wanted to. So yeah. So I mean, if you look at, I mean, like, what we made 6,000 this month. It's like, yeah, it's 6,000. It's not that much, but it's like $6,000 on a digital product, money raining from the sky. It's like that's not a failure, you know. It's just not like a high level success, which is what I'm aiming for. But anyway, another reason I think that I am in a better position than I've ever have been is because I cut out all distractions. And this is a concept that I've been toying with for a while, but it's one that I rarely execute on, and I just randomly decided to execute on it, and it's fucking night and day. And what I really mean by that is like stripping the layers of reality escaping in our lives, because everyone has some kind of escapism mechanism built into their day-to-day, whether they realize it or not. Like it can be the simplest thing, and it doesn't have to necessarily be a negative thing. It can be a positive thing. But I think is the more kind of escapism, like what percentage of your day is spent escaping and what percentage is sitting in raw reality, will make a night and day difference if that number is very low. So like for me, it was like I wasn't on social media that much, but like even 1 to 2 hours a day, which might be a lot for some people. But even like 1 to 2 hours a day, I was like, what the fuck? Like it was detrimental, not detrimental, but like just complete, not only a waste of time, but just like it's enough like fake comfort to make you not understand where you are currently, you know? Like when you cut out everything, and I mean cut out everything, like I'm telling you right now, um, the only type, like the only time that I'm not working, I'm either staring at the wall, at the sky, or reading a book, or listening to a book. And it's like I'm not trying to be like a hustle, like grind set productivity type, but what I'm trying to say is that like that those moments only last for like maybe 30 minutes max, because I just can't sit still for that long. And so the next most stimulating thing that I can do, because I've eliminated all escapisms, I've eliminated all distractions, the next most stimulating thing I can do is work. And it doesn't mean like, oh, I need to just go grind and like pull fucking strings and do this and that. It's just like sometimes it's just as simple as like opening up my computer and just doing some research, or like open them up and then I'll just like figure something out, and then I'll move on to the next thing, and I'll be like, yeah, I should just integrate this right now, and then just a snowball gets rolling and rolling. And so that's one of my productivity hacks. That shit works like fucking magic. And it also, more importantly, strips your layers of reality and puts you in your raw reality, and you really start to understand where your placement is and where you really want to go and why you want to go there. And once you have those three in place, I mean, you're destined to succeed, you're destined to continue, and you're destined to not fail or not quit, because the only real failure is quitting. So highly, highly recommend you do that. And it works amazingly for me, and it will work for you too. It depends where you are at right now, but like once you remove these things, once you remove these distractions and escape mechanisms, it's so liberating. Not only liberating, but like eye-opening to like, wow, I was living in a diluted reality for that long, or I was doing this for that long, and I didn't really wake up to it. And it's like, I'm telling you, like you should just be looking at a wall, looking at the sky, or reading a book. Like those are your three like free times, you know what I mean? And I'm not like a disciplined militant type, but I'm just saying, like, you strip everything in your environment to where that's the only thing left. And it's powerful, and it's also the best condition to grow internally. When you're in that situation, like, you will experience the most growth, the most prolific growth, and the quickest growth you've ever experienced in your life, because it's like there's nothing else. There's absolutely nothing else. So my tips for you all today, take them if you want. It will make your life better. So that does it for me today, and I'll see you all tomorrow.